Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Washington Commanders.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in week 4.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Howell, first play, going to throw it.
Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Powell to the air on first and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Howell. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. How did he stay on his feet? And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Unable corral him. He fights through. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. Back to throw here, Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 34-yard line.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. 45 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
On the return, Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Gibson toss right. And he'll take this down to the 33. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-3. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert gets this one to Morris. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
Commanders 10, Chargers 3.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Setting up the screen, here's Spiller.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down. That one goes for 8 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run behind center with Spiller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And running with power here. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll go play action. Howell eluding the pressure right. That one downfield for Dotson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Howell down to throw it. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Again, they run it with Spiller. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And complete. Spiller out. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops. There he goes, right side. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the turnover forced and a...
on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. First down, Howell to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Howell out of the shotgun. This will be caught at the 2. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Gibson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
13, Chargers 10.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a three-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it first and 10. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the 50, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Herbert on third down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000? What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Herbert now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now thrown incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Powell from the gun. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Howell. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield, the blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
And the Chargers first down.
Herbert back to the air. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. There was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd down, Howell now. Flush to his right. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Once more, Gibson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. This time they'll throw it with Howell.
And this is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Let's go. This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert to throw.
On the screen, complete to Spiller. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Herbert.
Gets this one to Morris.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Throwing, Herbert.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, He's got a man complete.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Herbert going to throw.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Herbert.
And he comes back with one complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington is going to win the football game.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead, that home field advantage.